All right, let's now shift our attention to what is happening in Afghanistan, where the presidential elections in Afghanistan have thrown up more uncertainty than anything else. As the election results get delayed, the question, of course, remains as to who will take charge of the country as the Taliban continues to batter the nation. Now, in an exclusive interview, Wion's Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Mallick has spoken with the presidential candidate Ahmad Wali Massoud, the brother of the former military commander Ahmad Shah Massoud. Listen in to what he had to say.
How optimistic are you about these Afghan elections and the results? And, in your opinion, which way is Afghanistan headed to with these elections?
Thank you very much. Well, about the election, let me say that before the election, we, as a member of the Council of the Candidates, we proposed that the upcoming election may not go well because there is not a kind of good preparation. But I think that our anticipation, what we said, it came true, because so far you can see today people are not very kind of optimistic about the election, about the outcome, especially that you can hear a lot of news of frauds and wrongdoings, and also you can see that the delay of the result, which was supposed to be announced.
Analysts often say that fighting the Taliban is equivalent to fighting Pakistan. What is your view on this?
Well, let's put it this way. Taliban, to be frank, Taliban without a help, it's not a force to be reckoned. We all know this one. So therefore, it's not Taliban. Taliban is becoming sort of a strategic tool in the hands of others. It's better not to mention, but it's becoming the strategic tool. That's very kind of obvious like that. So, of course, as I mentioned before, that Afghanistan is becoming the field of different strategic interests. So there are the strategic tools of being used to enhance, to promote their own interests.
But India's role in India and Pakistan, if I ask you to assess it, the developmental role Pakistan plays and India plays, which one would you rate much more in your opinion?
I don't know. I mean, let's say both of these countries, they have kind of, let's say 2001, when the new Mr. Karzai government came and the new era of Afghanistan. So there were many countries in the region, extra region, that there was some sort of consensus at the beginning. So there was togetherness. Every country kind of was trying to cooperate with each other. That was something. Even, you can say, between United States and Iran, there was some sort of consensus as well. So Afghanistan very shortly enjoyed that sort of consensus. But later on, of course, probably, may I say that we did not have maybe a strong government to really kind of keep that consensus going.
The people of Afghanistan have suffered because of violence, be that because of the democratic forces and be that from Taliban or from the foreign forces that are in Afghanistan. If a negotiated settlement is to be reached between Taliban and the US, or for that matter for the Afghan government, how would you or you think the people of Afghanistan react to that? Because we've seen blood being on the streets of Afghanistan because of the Taliban and because of the US forces. Is it viable?
About the peace and about the Taliban and about their support, I've always said that I've always said to the government of Afghanistan, if you think that, or if we believe that that's Pakistan behind the Taliban, so it's better to talk to Pakistan. Why not really kind of put everything what we have got with that neighboring country on the table, and we discuss it? What's wrong with that one? Instead of going around to talk with the Taliban, and the Taliban do not have their own kind of well to decide, so it's better to talk straight to Pakistan. Why not? I mean, we're a neighboring country. We are a neighboring country. We have to live. We have lived before. We have to live for centuries again, So therefore, why not to kind of resolve our problem if we have got this sort of problem with Pakistan for once and all together, for good, like that? Not to kind of make, why should we kind of give other units like Taliban or Al-Qaeda or some other kind of a leverage? Why not to solve this one? Why should we leave it to the Taliban? Why should we leave it to Al-Qaeda, to terrorists? And why should we leave it to other countries like that? Why not? There are two neighboring countries. Why not to solve this problem here? I mean, that's my idea. That's my policy.